Hello everyone, welcome back to Sanskritamrit. Dear students, till now we understood around 5 chapters, right? Chapter number 1, 2, 4 and then chapter number 11 and 12. So today onwards we will start learning about chapter number 13, and in this chapter number 13 specifically we will understand about the treatment of the doshas, right? And the name of the chapter number 13 is Doshopakramaniya. Now, what is Doshopakramaniya? If you see, two words we have, Dosha and Upakramaniya. So, Dosha, we have Vata, Pitta, Kapha doshas, and next word is Upakramaniya, that is the treatment. So, the treatment regarding the dosha, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So, in a different slokas, different parts we have of these treatment of doshas. So in the first part we will understand about the treatment of the vitiated vata disorders, and then we'll understand of the treatment of vitiated kapha disorders, and then pitta disorders, like this. And then in the later part we will understand the treatment about the sansargaja doshas, right? Sansarga, we know about that sansarga, two doshas together, vitiated two doshas together. So what type of treatment to be done? In general line of treatment we will understand, and then according to season what treatment to be given for the vitiated doshas, that we'll understand. We'll understand about the different treatment regarding Koshtha, Sakha, etc. We'll understand about the treatment of Tiryak doshas, right? So like this entire chapter is actually divided in different parts as the different slokas we have. Small chapter it is comparing to chapter number 12, as we had around 80 slokas there in chapter 12. Here in this chapter we have around 40 slokas. Alright, so let us start understanding this chapter number 13, the first slokas we have. So here I am sharing the screen and we'll start learning. So let us study now. First sloka you will see here. Yeah, see, chapter number 13, Doshopakramaniya Adhyaya, general line of treatment for three doshas. Okay, अथातो दोषोपक्रमणीयम अध्यायम व्याख्यास्यामः इति स्माहु रात्रयादयो महर्षयः. अथातो, from now, from here, dosha upakramaniam adhyayam, the chapter on the treatment of three doshas, right? Vyakhyasyaamah, we will explain now the chapter on the treatment of three doshas. Iti like this. Hasmahu Atreya Adayah Maharsayah. Many times we understood this line as it is repeated in the beginning of every chapter, like this. Atreya, etc. See, Atreya Adayah means etc. Maharsayah means sages, great sages, right? Smahu, so it is actually Ahu Sma. Two words we have. Smahu Sma, Ahu Sma. Sma and Ahu you need to swipe. So it will be Ahu Sma means said, had spoken. So we will explain you here the treatment of the three doshas as per the explanation given by, or as per explained by the great sages like Atreya, etc. Right? So from here we'll start first slokas. First slokas you can see here the general line of treatment for vata disorder, students. Okay, so let us start. Vatasyopakrama sneha sweda sansodhanam mrudu swadvam lavanoshranani bhojyanyabhyangamardhanam veshtanam trasanam seko madhyam paushtikagaudikam madhyam peshtikagaudikam snigdhoshna bastayo basti niyama sukhasilata. Once again, yes, and then next third sloka. Deepane pachane siddha snehascha nekayonayah visheshan medya pishita Rasa Tela Nuvasanam. So this is general line of treatment for Vata disorder students. Let me remind you, this chapter actually explains about the general line of treatment. See, while the Vata, Pitta, Kapha doshas vitiated, due to the vitiation of these doshas, we have a different types of disease. Now, each disease, different cure, different treatment is not explained here. Overall, generally, what type of treatment to be given to the patient who is struggling with the vitiation of Vata, vitiation of Pitta, and vitiation of Kapha. So, general line of treatment, not a treatment of a particular disease that occur due to the vitiation of particular dosha, right? So, let us understand the general line of treatment, as I said. So, here, what is to be done? So, here in the translation, you read oleation and sudation therapy. Students, here in the sloka, we have vatasyopakramaha. Vatasyopakramaha. So, in these two words, we have, if you can disjoin, vatasya plus upakramaha. Now, vatasya is sixth singular of vata, and upakramaha, that is first singular, like ramaha. So, upakramaha means treatment, vatasya means of vata. So, the treatment of vata. What is the treatment of vata? Means vitiated of vata. Then they start explaining the first word as sneha. Okay, the first word we have as sneha. So, sneha and swedaha, these both are the treatment. So, sneha, oleation therapy, and second is swedaha, sudation therapy. Alright, these both. Then next we have sansodhanam mrudu. Now see, sansodhanam is actually the purgation therapy, but mrudu, so mild emesis and purgation therapies. Okay, because the meaning of mrudu is mild, soft. Okay, that is an adjective for sansodhanam. We know about sodhanam, sansodhanam, emesis and purgation therapy. So after sneha and svedaha, mild emesis and purgation therapy. Then in the next part we have swadvamla lavanoshnani. Swadvamla, yan sandhi is there. Swadu and amla, two words we have, and then lavana and ushnani, total four words. Swadu, first swadu means tasty, sweet, in short sweet. Okay, tasty means sweet here. It is one of the taste, swadu, madhura. Then next is amla, sour, right? Then lavana, salt. Okay, and ushnani, ushnani means actually ushnavirya. With ushnavirya means little hot, correct? Now ushnavirya means it's not like some substance that is actually hot, right? But a substance that has a ushna potent, ushnavirya it should be, right? So this kind of bhogyani abhyanga mardanam, bhogyani plus abhyanga mardanam, student. Bhogyani is actually the foods, right? It is a plural form like phalam, phale, phalani. Bhojyam, bhojye, bhojyani. So the foods, right? Ingestion of foods that having which type of different quality, then these foods should be sweet, right? Amla, sour, and then lavana, salty, and then ushnani, having a ushnavirya. Okay, so this kind of in taste and ushnavirya, this kind of foods to be consumed. And then here bhojyanyabhyanga mardanam, two words we have, bhojyani plus abhyanga mardanam. So two words we have again. Now here which sandhi is there? Bhojyani and abhyanga. E changed to ya. Very common sandhi. We applied it many times in the previous slokas also. Bhojyani and abhyanga mardanam. So E of ni changed to ya, and A is joined, so become niya. Ni plus A become niya, right? Ni A become niya. So it is yan sandhi, eko yanachi is the sutra that is applied. So bhojyani is the foods, and abhyanga mardanam, two different words we have here, abhyanga and mardanam. So first of all, we people know about abhyanga and mardana both, right? So what is abhyanga? Here they said as the hot poultices after the external application of oil. So simply two things, Abhyanga and Mardana, these both therapies to be done. Okay, one is massage and one is applying the oil. So these both to be done. Then in the second shloka, Veshtanam Trasanam Sekaha Madhyam Peshtika Godikam. Number one we have as Veshtanam. So Veshtanam is actually covering the body parts, right? Here they said tight bandage of the body or body parts. So Veshtanam. Then we have Trasanam. Trasanam is actually frightening the person. Yes, it is true. Trasanam, frightening the person, giving fear to the person. That is also one type of therapy for vitiation of vata. Trasanam, okay, frightening. Then next we have is Sekaha. Seka is actually pouring the water. So here we have as word as Sekaha. Now specifically pouring with dasamula quat, right? It's not only water, but Sekaha with dasamula quat. That is additionally that you should understand. So here in this translation you can read as Kaya Sekaha. Kaya Seka. Okay. Then next we have Peshtika Gaudikam, student. Madhyam Peshtika. So Madhyam means liquor. Okay. What is the meaning of Madhya? Liquor. But liquor is actually created from these two things. One is Peshtika, another is Gaudika. Okay. Now actually Peshtika is actually the corn flour, right? The liquor that is actually made up of corn flour, right? And Gaudikam is jaggery, that belongs to the word good. So good is jaggery. So that kind of madhya, if liquor is consumed, then it is also beneficial for vata disorders. Okay. So tightening the body, right? That we have tight bandage. Then trasanam, frightening the person. Then sekaha, as I said, as pouring with dasamula quatha. Then madhya, that is the liquor that is created from the corn flour and corn flour wheat and good means jaggery. Okay. Then next we have snigdoshana, student. Snigdoshana bastayo. Remember, many times I said a word in Sanskrit ending with O sound is always aha ending. So bastayo is actually bastayaha. Bastayaha. It is first case plural form. Basti, bastayaha. Bastihi, bastayaha. So bastayo visarga changed to O. That's why yo. Otherwise it is bastayaha. So basti, enema, we know this. So here they said as snigdha and ushna bastaya. Okay. We should have the medicated enemata with unctuous and hot substance, student. See, snigdha is unctuous, right? Snigdha plus ushna, dirgha sandhi we have, guna sandhi we have. Snigdha is unctuous and ushna is hot substance. So with these two, unctuous and with hot substance, enemata should be performed. Okay, bastayaha. And basti niyama is actually the applying the basti, right? So this kind of basti should be applied. Now next we have as sukha silata. Sukha silata is just giving the the relaxation to the patient, right? Sukha is actually happiness. Sukha sila means full of happiness. So just giving the happiness or giving the comfortness to the patient, that is also one of the therapy. Okay. Next we have shloka number 3. In this case you can read Deepane Pachane Siddha Snehascha Ne Kayo Nayaha. Now student, Deepanehi first of all. Now actually the Deepan means we know igniting the digestion. Deepan is actually igniting, right? But Deepan here means increase the digestion. That is called as Deepan, means increase the hunger. Okay, the hydrochloric acid is increased in the body. That you can consider as Deepana. So having a kind of a substance, consume kind of a foods and drugs that actually increase your hunger, so that is dipana, right? And next, pachana, that increase your pachana means your digestion also. So siddhaha means actually full of, right, or medicated. So which type of snehas chanekayonaya? First we'll read this one. Snehas chanekayonaya. In this words, if you will disjoin, snehaha, ramaha ramo ramaha. So sneha sneho sneha. Okay, sneha plus cha plus anekayonayah. Okay, first word is sneha. So sneha is unctuousness, unctuous food, right? But sneha here you should consider as oleating substances. Sneha, we know sneha is unctuous, right? But here sneha is which type of substance? Then they say oleating substances, right, of different sources, and should be processed with two things. One is agni dipana, means that increase your hunger, and second, that actually increase your pachana also, your digestion also. And aneka yonaya means from different sources, right? So we can get these oleation substances like the sesame oil. We have the ghee of cow, right? Ghee of buffalo, right? So buffalo ghee or cow ghee, these are the sources. Sesame oil, cow ghee or buffalo ghee, these are actually the sources through which we can get oleation substances, and that is actually very helpful to increase your hunger. It is very helpful to increase your digestion system also, so that should be consumed. Okay, so that's why here deepanehi pachanehi siddhaha, it is should be oleating substances should be of different sources, as I said, that should be processed with this dipana and pachana. So siddhaha means actually full of, right? And full of what? These two, dipana and pachana. And sneha means oleation substances. And anekayona from different sources. Clear? So here first visarga sandhi, visarga change to sa. Sneha plus cha plus anekayonaya. Sneha ending with visarga. Then cha means end, and anekayonaya. Aneka means many, yonaya means sources. Okay, so consume that kind of substance that actually increase your hunger and digestion system. Alright, now next part of third sloka we have Visheshan Medya. First of all, you need to disjoin this one. Visheshan Medya. Vishesat to ending. Vishesat plus Medya. Okay. Pishita, Rasa, Tela, Anuvasanam. Okay. So students, Anuvasan Basti, they are talking about Anuvasan Bastis. Vishesat means specially. Especially Anuvasan Basti, right? And that also with two substance. With which two substance? Then they said as Medya Pisita Rasa. Three words we have. I repeat, Medya Pisita Rasa. So the meaning is mutton soup here they gave. And next word is Tela, that is gingili oil. But let me tell you something about Medya Pisita Rasa. See, we know Meda, fat. Medya is fatty, right? So Pisita is actually something that is actually you can say like anything that you forcefully rub and then you take out that oil from it, right? So by from any maida, right, especially from fat, any oil that you are taking out, or okay, that is called medya pisita rasa. Rasa is actually juice. So fat is oil or mutton soup, they said here, that is actually taken out from the medas, right? So that is why it is called as Medya Pishita. So meaning of Medya I said as Medas, right, fat. Pishita is actually very much squashed, right, and Rasa is juice, right. So juice squashed from the Meda, from the fat, okay. So mutton soup, and then we have Taila. So specifically here they mentioned as Gingili oil, right. So Gingili oil is one type of oil, like we have a sesame oil, white sesame oil, black sesame oil. So that both substances are also very useful, and that should be used in the Anuvasan Vasti, right, especially Anuvasan Vasti with these two substances, with the mutton soup, and the second is Gingili oil, uh, that is called tail, okay, oil. So these all things are very useful, very important, and this is considered as the general line of treatment for vata disorders, okay. Now from sloka number 4 we will understand about the general line of treatment for pitta disorders. Okay, so here the slokas, let us just pronounce first. Pittasya sarpishapanam swadusitervirechanam swadutikta kashayani bhojananyaushadhani cha sugandhi shitarudyanam gandhanam upasevanam kanthe gunanam haranam मणीनाम उरसाधृतिः कर्पूरचन्दनो शीरेर् क्षणे क्षणे प्रदोषश्चन्द्रमासौधं हारिगीतं हिमोनिलः अयन्त्रणसुखं मित्रं पुत्रसन्दिग्धमुग्धवाक् छन्दानुवर्तिनोदारा प्रियाशीलविभूषितः शीताम्बुधारगर्भाणि गृहाण्युद्यानदीर्घिकः सुतीर्थविपुलस्वच्छ सलिलाशयसैकते साम्भोजजलतीरान्ते कायमाने द्रुमाकुले सौम्याभावापयसर्पि विरेकश्च विशेषतः. So in general line of treatment for pitta disorders, these many things that we can perform. We can consume certain things, we can stay certain places. So let us understand. First you read pittasya, that is of 6 singular, like ramasya. So of pitta, what of pitta? The general line of pitta, as the first thing is sarpishaha panam. Panam is actually drinking or consuming what? Sarpishaha means ghee, right? So having ghee as is one of the treatment. And then we have swadu shiter virechanam. Swadu, that is actually the sweet, and shitehi means that is cold, okay, and virechan. So virechan therapy with swadu sweet and shita cold virya substance, right, shita virya substance, that is called as swadu sitehi virechanam. Okay, so oleation therapy with medicated ghee, so that is sarpishaha panam. And then purgation therapy with 2 things. Virechan is purgation, we know. So purgation therapy with swadu, sweet madhura rasa, and sita virya. Okay, these 2 therapies we understood. Now next they say about certain substances that you should eat, you should have. Then they say swadu, sweet, tikta, next one is tikta, that is bitter, and kashayani, kashaya, that is astringent, right? So why kasayani is written? Phalam phale phalani. Why kasayani plural? Because this is again dvandva samas. Swadu, tikta and kasayani, 3 words written together. That's why the third word written in the plural form, phalam phale phalani. Kasayani is written in the plural form because it is an example of dvandva samas. Many times in many slokas this type of examples we saw, and you remember this. In exam you are supposed to write any type of a sloka ask, and if you see kind of an example where 3 words, 4 words, 5 words written together, last word is always in the plural. but it doesn't mean the last word is actually having the the plural forms. It is having a many the lots of quantities of the last word. No, it is singular only. Only one single thing is there. So swadu, tikta, kasaya, three. Taste, we know. But why plural? Because it is dvandva samas. So students, sweet, bitter and astringent taste. Bhojanani aushadhani cha, two words. Bhojanani plus aushadhani. So we know bhojanani is foods and aushadhani, that is drugs. Okay. So we should have food and drugs, right? That is having we should have a food that is having the sweet, bitter and astringent taste and drugs also. Clear? Yan sandhi bhojanani plus aushadhani. E change to ya. After that we will see fifth sloka here. Sugandhi sita rudyanam gandhanam upasevanam. Student, sugandhi with fragrance, sita cold, rudyanam pleasant, gandhanam upasevanam. Gandhanam plus upasevanam. Now upasevanam is actually having, consuming. What? Gandhanam means the fragrance. You have a fragrance. Which type of fragrance? That is actually rudyanam means pleasant, that is sita cold, and that is full of fragrance. Okay, full of fragrance. So we should actually have a kind of a fumes, right, or a fragrance that is having a very good smell, as well as it is cold, and it should be very pleasant. So having that fumes or a perfume, that smell, that is also one of the therapy. Okay, sugandhi, shita, rudyanam. So fragrance, fragrantic, and then cold, and rudyanam means pleasant. This kind of gandhanam upasevanam. This kind of fumes or the perfume that if you use, that is also very useful. And in here you read the use as the substances which are mild, cold, perfumed and pleasant. Okay, so specifically gandhanam is used. So you should understand that they are talking about having the fragrance that is very cold and pleasant. Then kanthe gunanam haranam. Kanthe means actually in the neck. Kantha is actually neck. In the neck. Gunanam haranam. Beautiful hara. Hara means what? Hara means garlands. So here you wear garlands in the neck. Which type of garland? Then they said mani nam urasa drutihi. Mani nam means gems. Okay, what is the meaning of mani? Gems. So mani nam you should understand as gems, but here sometimes the garland of flowers also understood, right? Garlands of flowers that is having a very good fragrance, and obviously the gems also. So normally we are not able to wear that kind of gems, different gems, specifically white color or gems. This kind of gems garlands not possible for us, but having a white flowers or kind of a flowers garland. And now here they said kanthe gunanam haranam. So this should be wear on neck till what? Not up to this part, but up to the chest. And that is a word for the chest. Here they said as urasa. Read. Here we have maninam and then urasa. So urasa is basically chest. Drutihi means wearing. So wearing a beautiful gunana means the qualities, right? A quality full of qualities garlands that is made up of maninam means with gems, right? Up to urasa, uras word is there. Uras means the chest. Okay, so we should wear that kind of garlands made up of gems till to the chest. Okay, dhruti means we should wear. Then they said karpura chandano sire ranulepa kshane kshane. First of all, kshane kshane means what? Kshane kshane means every moment. Actually the meaning of kshana is moment. So kshane kshane pratikshanam. We have prati dinam, prati masa, prati saptaha, pratyeka. So this is kshane kshane, and you can convert this as avyayi bhav samas of these two words. Kshane kshane iti pratikshanam. So if I say prati dinam is dine dine, every day. Kshane kshane, kshan means moment. So every moment what? Every moment what to be done? Then they said Karpura Chandana Ushirehi Anulepa. Student, first what is Karpura? That is camphor. Chandana, that is sandal. And Ushira, that is a specific grass, a special grass having a fragrance. So Anulepaha means that is applying on the body. And Kshane Kshane means in every frequently in short, student. So applying or use of camphor, karpura, that is camphor, right? Next is chandana, that is sandal, and ushira is a specific grass. Okay, so this substance is used frequently. That is also very beneficial for pitta disorders. Okay, next we have karpura, chandana, ushira. Say usirehi plus anulepa. See, ra visarga is there. Like Rama, Ramo, Rama. In the third plural of Rama, we have Ramehi, correct? So karpura, chandana, usirehi, anulepaha. Anulepa, I already said. So visarga changed to ra, and a of anulepa is joined and become ranulepa. Sirehi and anulepaha. Okay. So next we have Pradoshas Chandramaha Shaudam Hari Geetam Himonilaha. Pradoshaha, evening time. In the evening time, Pradoshaha plus Chandramaha. In the evening time, Chandramaha means moon. Saudam. Now Saudam is actually the walls painted with white color, right? Or lit with white color. So you use a terrace, right? Sit in the terrace that is actually lit by white color or from by the the moon. So just going and staying there on the terrace in the evening time, right? And just enjoy that atmosphere where when the moon is there outside there on the sky. So that experience. And then Saudam is actually, see, Saudam word has come from the word Sudha. Now the meaning of Sudha is actually lime, white lime. And another meaning of Sudha, Saudam is like white color palace. So any white color palace or home you can consider as Saudam. Because Saudam belongs to Sudha, and Sudha means lime. And we know lime is white, right? So you go and or stay in such atmosphere or such places that is having actually the white color walls around, right? And go and stay on the terrace where you have an exposure of that moon in the evening time. Then by staying there, you can have a Hari Geetam. Hari means pleasant, and Geetam means music. You can enjoy pleasant music also. Then Himonilaha, there are two words, Himaha and Anilaha, student. Himaha and Anilaha. Himaha, cold. Anilaha, wind. So it's always good for all of us to go in on the terrace and just having that breeze of that wind in the evening time. So that is actually very beneficial. So cold breeze of wind. So Himaha, Anilaha, right? Enjoying that cold wind, that is Himaha, Anilaha, Himonilaha. Okay. Then we have Ayantrana Sukham Mitram. You must have a company of a mitra, means a friend. Which type of friend, student? Then Ayantrana Sukham. See, Yantrana Sukham. Sukham means happiness. A friend that gives you the happiness. But which type? Ayantrana, who does not restrain himself. That kind of friend you should have, who does not restrain, right? So have company of a friend who does not restrain him. And then Ayantrana means does not restrain him. Okay, does not restrain. Yantrana is restrained. Ayantrana sukham means does not restrain him. And mitra means happy, the friend. Then putraha also, just passing the time or having a company of putra means son. Which type of son? Then they said sandigdha mugdha vak. Sandigdha, you can say as rhythmic, and mugdha means innocent. Vak means speech. Who is having a very cute and innocent speech. We know children, they are speaking in a very different way with a very cute and innocent style. So having a son who is speaking in very cute and innocent way, so that kind of company of a son is also very beneficial. So putra, but which type of putra? Sandigdha mugdha vak. Okay. Next we have Chandanu Vartinaha Dara Priya Sila Vibhusita. In this 7th sloka, second part, they are talking about wife. Now, it doesn't mean if a peasant is a lady, then she should have a husband also in a similar fashion. That which type of wife? Then they say here Chandanu Vartinaha Daraha. So, Dara is actually wife. Having a company of a wife who is Chandanuvartina. Who is Chandanuvartina means what? Who is very obedient. Chandanuvartina means obedient, right? Then Priyaha. Priyaha means beloved, right? And then Shila Vibhusitaha. Shila Vibhusitaha means full of good characteristics, right? So, having a company of a wife who is obedient, beloved, and having very good qualities or good characteristics. This kind of company of a wife is also very beneficial. Then in the next 8th sloka we can read Sitambu Dhara Garbhani Gruhan Yudyana Dirghikaha. Student, Sita Ambu, two words we have, Dirgha Sandhi. Sita means cold, Ambu means water, Dhara is actually flow, Garbhani is actually the place, right, or the home. And next we have Gruhan Yudyana Dirghika. So what is the meaning of this line? Sita Ambu Dhara Garbhani. You have a home, or she staying in the home that has actually the cold water fountain or cold water flow of, right? So this kind of home you have, or your home is actually near to the waterfall, cold waterfall, that is also good. Okay. Sitambu Dhara. Dhara is actually waterfall and Sitambu is cold water, we know. Garbhani means the homes or the places. Next, Gruhan Yudyana Dirghikaha. Gruhani plus Udyana Dirghikaha. So Gruhani means again homes. Which type of homes? Homes which are having a Udyana. Yan Sandhi. Gruhani plus Udyana. Gruhani Udyana. So having homes that is actually near to Udyan means the garden, and Dirghikaha means lake. Okay. So always staying in kind of a home that is actually having a small garden and it is having a small lake near. So that place, that home is actually very beneficial. So two things we understood about homes here specifically. First, friends, son, wife, and what types of homes. Then one type of home that is having actually the cold water flow near that home, and another type of homes that is having the gardens and lake near. Okay, so that is very beneficial for Pitta disorders, staying in these places. Then Sutirtha Vipula Swachha Salila Shayase Kate. Sitting on a specific place which is Sutirtha, very pious, very clean. Then Vipula, very big, right? Sutirtha you can consider as auspicious, right? Then Vipula, very big, and Swachha, very clean. Then Salilasaya, Salilasaya means full of water. So and seikate means sand. So go and sit on such places that is having the sand, that is full of clean neat water. So you could, after understanding these words, you can imagine about a lake that is having a cold water, that is having the sands on the bank of that lake, right? So just going and sitting there on the bank of a lake or a river that is having the sand as well as the cold water there, and it should be very clean, neat, auspicious, right? Auspicious in sense pious, right? It should not be full of garbage around, right? So that kind of beautiful lake place, that is very beneficial. And that is not enough here. Just going and sitting to the lake that is having the sand and neat and clean water, that is not enough. But that kind of lake that is having a Sambhoja Jala Tirante also. Sambhoja. Sa plus Amboja. Amboja is basically lotus. Sa with. So with lotus. And Jala means water. Tirante. So go and sit on that kind of lake also. Tira means bank. Ante means end. So on the end of the bank means on the bank of the river or a lake that is having many amboja means lotuses. So always sit on the bank of lake that is having lots of lotuses. Kaya mane druma kule, or sitting on the specific hut that is actually made up of the bushes, right? And it should be how much it should be big. Then they say kaya mane. Kaya mana means it should be that much of in height, right? It should be that much of higher, up to the human height. So around 7-8 feet height hut made up of bushes. Druma akule. So druma akule is actually made up of leaves and branches of trees. That kind of hut, staying there in that hut with that much of height of a human being. So that is also very beneficial. Somya bhava, having a very pleasant thought, very peaceful thoughts. That is also very beneficial. Then payaha sarpihi virekascha, consuming paya, milk. Sarpihi is ghee. And vireka, virechana therapy, vishesata specifically. So this is all these are very very important general line of treatment, in short, for pitta disorders. Now students, in the next part of the video, we'll continue learning the next sloka and we'll understand the general line of treatment for kapha disorders. Okay, till then take care of yourself, and any doubt you have, is your exams are near, you can contact me anytime and solve your doubt. Okay, till then take care of yourself. Thank you so much.